So this is how I went from a £500 golf simulator all the way to a £50,000 golf sim in my home. So this video is going to be broken down into 3 segments. First part is going to be my journey in the golf simulator world, where I started, where I am now. Number 2 is going to be how much it cost going through the £50,000 golf simulator setup. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is what I'd do differently. Some advice for you guys if you're thinking about having a golf simulator. So the winter is fastly approaching here in the UK right now, and golf courses are almost going to be non-existent for the next couple of months. The weather definitely has already taken its turn. The rain's coming in, the wind's here, and it's not that enjoyable practicing outside in 2-3 degree temperature and 40-mile-an-hour winds and rain. It's not a fun place to be. And that's probably where I started this golf simulator journey, was because of the lack of golf I was getting throughout the winter time. Based on the conditions, I wanted something at home that no matter the conditions, I could come out, practice, and get some work done. So for me, golf's always been a massive part of my life. I turned pro at just 19 years old off of a +3 handicap, and I've always had such a passion for golf. So it's only right you bring the golf course back home. The first vivid memory for me of having it at home is going to be when I had a putting green installed in the garden, and I used to hit so many putts, chip around the garden all the time. And then I progressed into getting a net in that setup as well. So it's always been at home. And then for me, it kind of all started with the whole simulator thing in COVID. So around about 2021, midway through the year, I first got a FlightScope Mevo Plus. Now, these were around about £2,000. And here's a video of me talking about my first ever basic setup. So I'm going to have to do a voiceover, otherwise I'm going to get copyrighted. So all I'm saying in this video is this is my home setup. We used archery netting, which was £200, scaffold poling, which was also £200, a iPad and a FlightScope Mevo Plus, and there she is. That is the full setup for under £3,000, and this is where it all started. But as I said, it gets pretty cold here in the winter. So then what happened was the bad weather came in and I needed somewhere to practice again. Otherwise, the golf course is shut. The only place I can really go is the gym. And then once that's done, I can't go anywhere. So I moved to set up into the lounge.
Boys, I need some help. I'm trying to build an indoor golf simulator. But when I hit it, this happens. Any suggestions?
So that got me by for a couple of months, but then we moved back out into the garden. I brought a telly and connected it to my iPad. Like, the setup was so makeshift, but it was almost great because it gave me this opportunity to practice something I love, visualize seeing a little bit of ball flight, and it just keeps that drive going for if there's ever a day where you can't get to the course or the course might be shut, there might be maintenance going on. That's the beauty of the golf sim, is you can have the experience of playing golf all in the comfort of your own home. So yeah, I mean, this journey really did start from me having like a £300-400 setup in the garden, and then all the way to the £50,000 golf sim. So we then built a little shed. And by little shed, I mean a 4 metre by 5 metre shed. And this is where the indoor setup started. And we really started to mould it into a proper golf simulator, which was a dream come true for me. And at the start, it was makeshift. We bought products off of websites for cheaper, made it work, bought a mat from a local golf store for £50, and it got me by. It was such a great experience trying to build this from the ground up. And, I've worked super, super hard in this journey to be able to get to this point. And I'm so blessed to be able to post content and showcase this journey to you all. So the next setup was around about 20k. We got partnered with Foresight Sports, which I cannot be partnered with a better company out there for a launch monitor. GC3 indoors is the best launch monitor you can find on the market. You will not find anything better indoors, in my opinion. So yeah, I mean, I've used a lot of launch monitors indoors and played a lot of sim golf. GC3 and Foresight just is uncomparable to any other brand. You know, it's so accurate, and the data you get from GC3 is perfect. You know, I'm seeing ball flights in here and I'm getting out on the first tee and seeing identical things. So whatever you're doing within the sim, now you're taking to the course. Whereas before, I think with the cheaper launch monitors, it gets you by. It gets you some feedback. It gets you a little bit of data here and there. But is it data that you can fully trust? I don't know. It's pretty good, but it's not perfect. And that's the difference between Foresight and the little bit more money that you pay for a unit like that. It's going to be the accuracy that it gives you. So another year passed, we increased the setup every time and we started adding new little things, trying to make it better. But you can't make it look as professional as what golf sim rooms do. They do a professional job, and Chris got in touch and he came out, we partnered up, and he just made this sim look unbelievable.
Gonna lie, dollar hats gonna yagi, her booty fried. Our lady Papa Zenny, our lady popping Molly, why she waiting on me? Yo, my area, yo, get my area. Keep on heading if you want, I drive it like you know. I don't wanna hear you, just time, you know, like I'm Bango, cutting my hair. I just keep.
So what did we add into this room and how much does it cost? This padding is next level. So Chris makes this all in-house, and I couldn't put an exact figure on it. You'd have to message Golf Sim Rooms to get a number, a price. And it's all depending on your size, setup, etc. So, you know, we've got one big padding here, and then we've got the smaller tiles up the wall. We've got the LED light that runs all the way around the screen. Really nice little touch. And then we go into the Foresight screen kit. So the Foresight screen kit is made to the exact measurement of this room. And at the top here, you'll notice this black boarding. So this kind of sets the screen down a little bit to help with the image from the projector. So when I put the projector on the screen, it fills the whole screen out. If we was to have the screen, the impact screen going all the way to the top, the image would be cut off where the black border is. So, you know, this just looks a lot cleaner and such a professional job. These screen kits are unreal as well. I've had this around about 18 months now and it's still holding pretty strong. So yeah, I mean, I'm in there every single day as well. But yeah, so that's the screen kit. I have seen a few ads on Temu. Watch out, because I don't have a Temu screen. I have a Foresight screen, and I've never had a Temu screen. So if you see one on Temu for 60 quids and it's me using that screen, I didn't buy it. That's not, I don't endorse that. So yeah, that's a little bit of the screen area. So now we move into the simulation part, and this software is unreal. So you already know what launch monitor we've got. We've got GC3, and then I use GS Pro. So this software is unbelievable. I couldn't recommend a better software on the sim. Obviously, you can use FSX Play alongside GS Pro, and I love the practice facilities on FSX Play. So if I want to switch it up and see something different, maybe look at the data a little bit more in depth, FSX Play might be a little bit more suited for you. But for a simulation software, this is the best it gets. GS Pro is so good. You've got 1,800 courses on there. Unreal bit of software. And then we've currently got 3 displays. So I've got a gaming monitor, I've got a TV, and I've got my simulator screen here. Plus, we've got the projector above us. We've got the PC that is running off. And then I don't really know if there's any more simulator costs. I think that's about it. But these can all tally up. And depending on what you want within your golf sim is how much this is all going to cost. That's why I like showcasing this journey a little bit better, because I didn't just start with this. You know, I didn't go straight into having, bang, a full 50 grand simulator setup. I started from having a net in the garden to then getting a cheap launch monitor, using it on an iPad with connecting it to a telly in the garden, using a halogen light at night time so that I could see the golf ball. So, you know, this whole journey I've done from the ground up, and it hasn't just happened overnight getting to this point. But, you know, this setup, I can't tell you how good it is. And, you know, for having the opportunity to work with these companies is an absolute blessing. So, yeah, let's hit a few balls at the Georgia Golf Club range. It's so fun just hitting balls at Georgia Golf Club range. If you know, you know. So what would I do differently if I started this journey all again? I think the first thing you've really got to decide is, how much information do you want to take out of this golf sim? Now, for me, I'm a professional golfer and I want this information to be correct. So therefore, I felt like there was a lot of times at the start, unfortunately, the launch monitor wasn't giving me flights that were true to what I was hitting. So therefore, in my opinion, I'm getting a little bit of feedback, but essentially it's just fun at that point. So look, if you're just trying to have a good time and you're just want to enjoy a golf simulator, playing golf within doors or into a net, and you want to see some sort of a ball flight, then go ahead, get a cheaper launch monitor, use it, have some fun with it. But if you're looking to get the most out of your game and you really want to improve your golf, then you need a launch monitor that you can trust. So for me, indoors, that's where GC3 is just such a great product, because this data is absolutely perfect with indoors. Now that comes with a little bit of a premium price, but in my head, looking back at that journey, you get what you pay for. And I'd say that shot right there is a prime example of one area that my game has gone up another level, is the distance control element of having a golf simulator. Because I'm in here hitting numbers every single day, when I get out on the course and I have a number, I know exactly what shot to hit, because I see so much data, and because it's good data, I can trust it out on the golf course as well. So lastly, I always say this on my videos, and if ever someone comments on a live stream and says, how much does your golf sim cost? Now, I don't think it's about me personally and what I've got, but what I want to spread awareness to is that you can have a golf simulator set up for as cheap as what you want. So if you've got £500 in your bank account, you can make a golf sim work. You know, you can generally go out there, buy cheaper products and get some sort of a golf simulator. So I think that's what is very, very important within this video is the fact that just because I've now got this £50,000 simulator doesn't mean that you can only have £50,000 golf sims. You know, there's golf sims out there that are very, very good for £2,000-3,000. So, you know, you don't need to spend thousands and thousands if you don't have that kind of money. It all depends on your budget and what you want out of the golf sim. For me, it's a massive priority. I film in here every single day, and I'm so, so blessed with the opportunity to be able to film content, post it, showcase the journey. And yeah, I can't thank you all enough for the support that I get on this channel. It means the absolute world to me. So if you are new, hit subscribe. I'm just going to go and make a few more birdies. Oh my God, 98. I've hit it so hard. Missed my spot by 6 yards, but I've miscalculated. Here we go. Subscribe.